Welcome YouTubers to another true crimes video. We will explore the idea of how the lockdown is affecting the human mind, in which being locked in with other people for long periods of time can make issues that we ignore unavoidable to deny, while a crime that was that unspeakable happened as a result. A crime that leaves few words to even try to comprehend happened. For the sake of not glamorizing child murders, no names will be mentioned. It was reported on the 26th of April in the area of Ilford, UK, 2 young children had been stabbed. The first victim was a 19-month-old boy, and the second victim was a 3-year-old girl. The police and air ambulance were called to the scene around 5:30 p.m. It was reported there was another casualty of a 40-year-old man with serious knife wounds. The baby girl was pronounced dead at the scene, while the man and the boy were taken to hospital. Unfortunately, the boy didn't survive his wounds, while the man remained in critical condition. Neighbor witness reports stated that they heard blood-curdling screams of the mother screaming for help. The screams were described as though she was being tortured. The screams went on for 10 minutes. At the time of the crime, the police identified that all individuals were related to each other. This report left chilling questions that needed to be answered. Was the man with knife injuries the father or the cousin? If he was the father, to think, how could he actively stab his own children? And what the heck was his motives? As the story unfolded, the man was held under police custody in hospital. Neighbors reported that the family were of Sri Lankan descent. Further reports confirmed that in fact the man was the father of the children, but there was no report on how he received his critical knife wounds. So we can only speculate, and we can only think that the mother must have tried to ward off the father from the children by attacking him with the knife, as in trying to save her children. Further reports provided that the father worked in a local corner shop. His boss described him as a shy, hard-working man that was friendly to the customers. Even his boss reported the day before the murder, he came to work as normal. The boss couldn't believe his eyes when he went to the house and saw the police and ambulance. The boss went on to describe how he hired the father 8 years ago after he lost his job at Tesco. Further reports speculate, because we don't know for sure what really happened, that the father exploded during lockdown and stabbed his own children after finishing a shift at work. What was even more disturbing, during the initial inquest, the coroner confirmed the children's throats were cut. This leaves the question why. Why was the reason that the father exploded? It hasn't been confirmed yet. The father was discharged from hospital, but then later charged. Only leaves more questions and less answers as to the reason why this unspeakable act happened. As Britain is in the lockdown, during the time of this recording, 20,000 people were confirmed to have died from the infection of COVID-19. And during this time, we seem to have reported more murders have come about, which we can quickly report about a 16-year-old boy that was left fighting for his life in hospital, while there was another case of a man in his 20s stabbed to death in Newham, East London. All these murders, all these deaths, just leave me without any words. Leave me tired and drained to think about what's going on in the country, in the world. We haven't been in this time of any sense of war or chaos. We're not in the war, but we're in the war with a virus, with a sickness that leaves us with no answers and with more questions of what happens when the country stops and we have to be with our family. The message of this video is think before you act. If something's going on, if you know something's going to happen, walk away. Walk away before you do the unspeakable act. The unspeakable act which you can't take back. This is the message of these videos that we're doing. We're not glamorizing death. We're not glamorizing murders. We're just trying to make the viewers aware that things are happening. Well, anyway, YouTubers, we've come to the end of this video. Doing these true crime videos, I can say honestly, leaves me mentally tired. But then again, how could I not report on such devastating things that's happening in the country? There's a lot more stuff I can report, but there's only so much we can do at a time. I'll try my best to bring the most cohesive reports to you, to make you aware that at the times when you may feel frustrated, it's better to walk away, take a breather, than to do something you will regret and can't take back. Well, if you like the content, give a share, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content.